And joining us is a very special guest. Please welcome WWE superstar and member of the New Day. It's Xavier Woods. How's it going, man?
Fantastic. How are you guys doing?
So good.
Wonderful.
So good.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate being here.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you coming through. This is going to be so sick. Plus, we've been teasing that matchup all day. I'm so hyped for it.
This is serious.
Oh, yeah?
You're the first guest that we have where we're actually keeping track of them versus us.
Right.
Oh, wow.
We're starting this showdown.
The inaugural, okay.
The inaugural pressure's on, but you're in town for WrestleMania 35,
Yes.
so you may be feeling a tinge of pressure regardless. What's the energy and atmosphere for the biggest wrestling event of the year?
Honestly, like you said, this is our biggest show of the year, biggest event of the year. People come from over 160 different countries just to see WrestleMania because it's that intense. It's legitimately the most energetic couple of hours that I've ever experienced in my life, and it's the same every year. People just love it, and they give their energy to us, and we're able to give it back to them, and so it's just an amazing night every time.
Yeah, speaking about amazing night, there are so many great matches lined up for Sunday. And let's go over a few of them. So obviously the first is the WWE title match featuring your New Day teammate, Kingston, versus the current champ, Daniel Bryan. How are you feeling about this?
I feel great about this. So this will be Kofi's first singles match ever for the WWE Championship, and he's been with the company for 11 years.
That's insane.
Multi-time Intercontinental Champion, multi-time United States Champion, multi-time Tag Team Champion, but he's never had the opportunity to wear the crown. So this is the culmination of everything that he's put into it, everything that me and E have put into it. We went through a grueling gauntlet match last Tuesday to help him secure that spot to have this match. And so, body's not feeling great, but I am willing to sacrifice for my man because I know that he's going to get the job done this Sunday.
He's going to get the job done. Next is the winner takes all triple threat match with Becky Lynch versus champion Ronda Rousey versus SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's title and the SmackDown Women's title. What do we need to know about this match?
You need to know that Becky Lynch is the man. That is her moniker. She is someone who has come up from essentially not getting a ton of opportunities until she went in and she kicked the door down and she made her name stick to everyone's minds. So for I'd say the better part of a year, if not longer, she's been possibly the top athlete in the company. Just overall, and now she's getting a shot to not only main event WrestleMania, but I think she'll be the first Irish-born person on the roster to main event WrestleMania. There will be the first females to main event WrestleMania. So it's a lot of firsts, a lot of history making going on in that match.
Yes, indeed, and there's definitely more amazing matchups that are going on. The Fatal 4-Way match featuring the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos versus Ricochet and Aleister Black versus The Bar versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. And, of course, a WWE Universal title match between Seth Rollins versus champion Brock Lesnar. What can you tell us about that?
Okay, so most importantly, we've got this tag team match coming up. So we got Usos, Bar, Shinsuke, and Rusev, and then we have the newcomers from NXT, like you said, Ricochet and Aleister Black. And so this is a match where you've got 4 teams that all want to be the best.
Yes.
Usos have been on top for quite a while. We've had our share of crazy matches with them. I've got scars on my body from having matches with them. Things get very intense in the SmackDown Live Tag Team division because it is the best tag team division on the planet, and that match is going to be nothing short of absolutely incredible. Then we've got Rollins up against Lesnar, and Lesnar is an absolute beast. You see him in the pictures.
Yeah, he's like literally.
Yeah, he's a mountain of a man. So look at him. Look at him.
I mean, look.
He just looks angry. Look, just the shape of his head makes you not want to fight him.
It's like,
And so
please.
Rollins has the work cut out for him, but if somebody can beat him, it's definitely Rollins, and so I'm excited to see that match too.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to discuss your passion for gaming and for your Up, Down, Down channel. So how did you really get into gaming? How did it all start?
So I've just loved games for as long as I can remember. That's what I did when I was a kid, and being someone who's very socially awkward, I just didn't really have many friends. We were living in Inglewood, California at the time, and my mom realized when I would play video games with kids, it was like a circuit was completed, and I would actually be able to talk to that kid while we were playing games. And so she set up play dates for me to play games with other kids. Then I kind of built a rapport with them, and then when we go to school, I felt more comfortable with those kids, and they would introduce me to their friends,
Right.
and then I felt comfortable talking to more people. And once that kind of blew up, then I got into sports eventually. So video games really helped pave the way for me to be able to deal with human interaction as a very awkward young child.
Yeah, no, I could definitely relate to that. Like my brother and sister, my entire life, obviously have been playing games. They're older. They're both older than me, so I looked to them. Right, all their friends came to them when they were gaming. So I was like, downloaded GTA. I mean, not downloaded. Had GTA Vice City ready to go. All my friends would come over all the time, and we would just chill. And that's really what created the social interaction for me as a child too.
Yeah, growing up with me, you had kids who would come over. It was way before we had live anything, and having that interaction really helped with building friendships and etc. But speaking of that, I remember the first console I ever owned, and my parents bought it for me and my brother, but we were like, what, 2 and 5? It was the Sega Genesis console. What was the first one that you can remember that your parents got you, and you're just like, oh my God, this is a beautiful thing right here?
I don't know, I'd say it'd be more like a video game rather than console. So on Sega, it would be Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And I'd play that religiously, and I could never beat it. I could never get to Eggman in the spaceship. But then I remember specifically one day I finally got there. I ran out. I paused the game. I said, I got to the end. I think I was like 8 or 9 maybe. And so my parents came in the room. My sister came in the room, and they're watching me play this game, and they're like legit cheering for me. Like there's like a sporting event going on. And so I remember I died twice. I had no lives left. By the time I had no rings left, I hit him one more time and beat him. And they all cheered and they picked me up and they got me on their shoulders and stuff. And that's when I realized, like, for one, before I get like a weird and emotional, like family and like friendship and loyalty and relationships like that can really come from video games. They can come from anything, but for me, they came from games, and that's why I love them so much, because they gave me all these awesome opportunities while I was growing up, and in my adulthood that I definitely don't believe I'd have otherwise.
They sense that common thread, right? It's that passion, which exists in everything, and people are like, oh, esports isn't blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing at the core, dude. It's the same thing. Well, give us your quick thoughts, right? Because battle royales and esports at large are all the rage right now. What are your thoughts on battle royales and, you know, esports as a thing becoming more legitimate?
I think that it's amazing that people are now finally giving the credibility to esports, because you have to spend just as much time to be good at these games as you have to spend to be good at other games like football or baseball. And when you are someone who gets to, like, let's say the NFL, you've most likely been playing football since you were a little kid. And when you are someone who's on some sort of esports team and you're playing, you know, high-level competitive Battlefield or Fortnite, whatever it is, you've most likely been playing first-person shooters since you were a little kid, and you spend that time in that grind, and you have that hustle. And the fact that now the mainstream media acknowledges, like, we are here and we're not going away, and we are a huge industry, and we're taking over essentially. It feels good. It feels good. It's like that validation. Like, we didn't need it, but it's nice that we have it now.
It's a new day.
Hey.
Where's the sound effects? Where are the sound effects? No? Oh man, it's too late on that. But of course, you know, we've been talking about WrestleMania, but you have your own quote-unquote game mania with the Up Up Down Down Championship. That's taking place this Thursday. What do we need to know about it? And also, I see something glistening across the room over there. What is that?
Would it be?
What is this?
Come here. Okay, so this is the Up Up Down Down Championship. So what I've essentially, get eyes on that. Get eyes on that. Get up in it. Get up in it. I'll get the glare off. I'll point it down for you. There we go. TV stuff. So what I've always wanted to do is mix my love of wrestling and my love of video games together. And so being able to have Up Up Down Down, greatest YouTube channel of all time. Go subscribe if you have yet to subscribe already. Also check me on twitch.tv/AustinCreed. Being able to mix the two makes me feel good, because I feel like people that are fans of games and fans of wrestling, we're the same kind of nerd. Once we hit adolescence, there were some people who were like, oh, you still watch wrestling? Get out of here. Or you still play video games? Get out of here. But we all broke through, and we still play games, or we still watch wrestling, or we do both. But I'm trying to take that Venn diagram and stretch it apart as far as I can to show everybody, look, I'm gonna put a mirror in front of you. There's the same person over here. We all need to be one community. So I'm having a video game tournament, and we're gonna have a wrestling-esque championship added to it. So this Thursday, 9 p.m., on Up Up Down Down, we will live stream. There are the 5 finalists, and they will vie for this championship, which, once someone wins it, we have a thing back in the day called the hardcore title. Anyone can challenge at any time. So once someone wins this, we'll probably say one person a day is allowed to challenge them, but we'll do all random games.
Okay.
And since I'm in charge, all random games. I've made it so that I'm not allowed to win the championship. So, but I pick the games.
Okay.
So it might be someone playing you in Sunset Riders, and person with the highest score in 3 minutes wins.
That's crazy.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
So that actually that segues really nicely. First of all, so we have a question from chat. Jetset asked, if you could instantly become the best at a single game but mediocre in all others, which game would it be and why? With a random game system, that's an important question.
Well, I'm already the best at Mario Kart Double Dash.
Right.
I could be the best at a random game.
Just any single game that you would be the best at, but every other game you just go down to 50%.
Oh, see, I don't know. I wouldn't want that because I feel like my strength is okay, and someone will probably yell at me in the chat. I feel like I have a pretty high video game IQ. Like I can figure it out to a mediocre extent pretty quickly. Obviously, I won't become like Battle Royale master, but like I understand it enough.
Yeah.
So I couldn't pick one.
That's a good answer.
That's a good
I feel
answer.
that.
Pick one.
Yeah, I'll take
I
that.
know what mine would be, but Melee, Super Smash Bros.
Oh,
Melee.
Oh, yeah.
Best. And then we also have a comment from chat from Brooklyn, one of our favorite viewers, who says, "Thank you, Xavier, for really tying fighting games with personal fitness. I'm back to lifting again, and it has helped my mindset with playing in tournaments. And also when he's beating me up on the show, I guess that's why he's beating me so much. I need to start working
We
out
had
again."
him play against Zane on the show
Yeah.
multiple times. Zane just gets scrapped every time, dude. Scrapped.
Yo, Brooklyn, see me on land. See me on land. Come in studio, we'll throw down. All right?
I think that's one of the coolest things with video games, people that have that video game mindset, especially if they play RPGs.
Right.
When you're explaining to them, if they're trying to get into fitness, you say, no, you're going to the gym and you're grinding, and yeah, it sucks being in there sometimes because it hurts, but when you're done, like you're gaining experience, and then eventually you level up. And then once you explain it to somebody like that, they go, oh, this makes perfect sense to me. I'm leveling up in real life. One of my friends put something on Twitter saying like they were experiencing things in life that were just difficult, and they thought, oh, it's life, it's supposed to be hard. It's like, no, it's like a boss in a game. Like if it's too hard, I need to go grind out and level up a little bit, and when I come back, I can handle it. And so using metaphors like that, I feel, really kind of help explain what it is that we're trying to do with up, up, down, down, mashing, wrestling, and video games together to show people stuff like that.
So we have another, well, actually we have two Twitch chat questions. Hopefully we can get through both of them. But starting out with Mario6453, what is your greatest gaming memory ever?
I'd probably have to say the one I explained,
Sonic
playing
one.
Sonic 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally like crying. Childhood.
Yeah.
My parents crying because I beat Sonic 2.
You were like, yeah.
Yeah, to someone that doesn't understand games, they're just like, what?
Right.
My whole family's in tears because I beat a video game.
It's
like,
as a parent, you're gonna get excited whenever your kid gets excited
Yeah.
too. But it's like I feel like so many people can relate to having just that moment. No matter what game it is,
Yeah.
no matter if it's Street Fighter, Counter-Strike, whatever you're playing, you have that breakthrough moment where you're like, oh, dude, this is so good. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we know you're good at Street Fighter 5, right? So do you mind actually sticking around and playing one of our staff members
Yeah.
in a best of 3
if somebody's
match?
trying to get hurt, I got him.
Oh, okay.
I got him.
Sending out the fighting words, guys. Stick around because we're playing Street Fighter 5 with Xavier Woods right after